X's and O's with LeRoy Butler is brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino.
Hello everyone, welcome to X's and O's with LeRoy Butler. We're going to get right at it. And our first play that we're going to show is from the Bear game, of course. And it was second quarter. This is an offensive play. Second quarter, 6:23 to go. 3rd and 6, which is a key part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
So basically what we're looking at is a blitz from the Bears on 3rd down. And we're going to talk about how really Aaron Rodgers reacted to it, how the play was set up and how Aaron Rodgers reacted to it. I'll just set up a little bit of, you can talk about this after. So ultimately they start in what is a bunch formation. Actually, why don't you tell us about what your thoughts were on the bunch formation?
You're going to see a lot of bunch formation this year, and I get it. Offenses like to do that because if you're jamming a guy, you can kind of rub and get off of him. But defenses traditionally, we like when teams run bunches because I got a shorter run to the quarterback. Now, if these guys are split out 2 and 2, and when they come over wider, it's a longer run, and now the quarterback can kind of see that I can get it off before you get there. But here's a shorter run.
Yeah, well, especially for the safeties. The safeties don't have to play as wide. They can play much narrow because, you know, these guys have to go way out there to get to the sideline. So you can play more narrow, and you can, and this is what happens. They bring down there as a blitzer.
And at this point, you know, if you're Aaron Rodgers, you know, okay, I know who's coming. It's 3rd and 6. I got to figure out who's the hot guy, who I can get it out to, because the plays obviously on this one is designed to go to Davante Adams.
Yeah.
But sometimes that can be the truth and the curse.
Right. So Adams actually is going to go in motion and set up here.
Right.
And I'm guessing that's probably because they're anticipating a blitz, or it might just be part of the play.
And you can find out if they're in man as well.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
If a guy goes with them, it's a pretty good chance it's man. If they stay tight, it's zone.
And they stayed as they were. Now let's look at the photo first to give people an idea of what it looks like.
And that's your legitimate set now. And you at this point you want to go from doubles to trips. But at the one, you want to flood the left side or the right side of the defense. Now, most defenses, what they'll try to do is bring pressure, and they'll give you a cover 2 look, is what Chicago is doing with Prince at the bottom. They want Prince to sit pretty much at the first down sticks, first down marker, right? And at the same time, we want to get pressure with the safety and the outside linebacker, which is Floyd.
Okay, so back to the board. What happens is, you know, they threaten this blitz, and what we get is coming here, coming there, coming there, coming there, and then this guy's going to rotate, coming there, coming there. And
so once I'm gonna take Davante out of this side. So now if you're Scantling, you're on this side, you basically have to just see, you know, here's the soft part of the zone here, and you want to go here and here. But when Davante comes off, he runs up almost like a skinny post type. Now when Aaron is getting this pressure, and we're gonna see this on the photo again, you know, when they slide this thing down, Jamal Williams is the key to this. He comes over and makes a great block on Clinton Dix.
It's really good. But let's take a look at it. You'll see he's coming in there just picking that up. That is a really nice move. And you see the pressure. You see how many guys are coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-man pressure.
So they got enough to pick it up right now, but at the same time, you got to say it to yourself, and I was talking about this in 5 questions, get rid of the ball and don't take a sack.
Okay, look at that photo and tell me, where do you think the ball is going to go at this point?
Well, I would throw it to Jimmy Graham.
Right.
I mean, just to, give him an opportunity to get it, but at this point, you got a guy waiting for Davante.
Let's talk about why Rodgers, what happened on the board. So Graham is going to just kind of drop off into the flat.
Right.
And like you said, Adams is going to go here. Now this guy kind of Prince Amukamara just kind of sits.
Yep, he's playing like a cover 2, basically.
They're looking for him to follow Adams, right?
Yes.
So that they can hit Graham and then he can run up the sideline.
That's a good possibility.
So at this point, Rodgers has to make the decision. Is he going to throw it here and let Graham fight Amukamara for a first down?
He can do that.
If you go back to that photo again, that's what his decision is. You can see Amukamara's helmet right at the very bottom left.
Yeah, go to the next photo too. See, at this point, the pocket is about to collapse, and you can see at this point.
Late here.
Yeah, it's too late, but now you got to kind of bail out on this thing. But it is a guy who's right over the ball, who is open, that he can get the ball to.
Let's show the board.
And that is, Scanley's going to come over and just kind of filter over the ball and sit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and he's open. But again, at this point, the pocket is starting to collapse around Aaron.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's over because he don't have enough time to do it.
Is it though? Let's look at the last photo.
See, the last photo.
He is.
He's Scanlon is wide open right over the center, and that's where Aaron looks to his left and come back quick to Scanlon, go through his progression. Scanlon will be wide open for the first down.
This is so he gave up the Graham because he didn't like the Graham because Amukamara didn't move, and that he could have given it to Graham anyways and bet that Graham was going to run over Amukamara for the first down, but he chose not to, and I can see that. I can understand that. But he's really locked in on Davante Adams and thinking he's going to break that window with the guy in front of him, and he'll throw it down the middle. But that's assuming you have enough time on a 6-man rush against the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, that's why the clock goes off. That's why he's starting to move. Because, in the clock in his head, I should either be getting sacked now or it's a free runner coming. That's when you got to go to your left, back to your right, throw it to Scanlon, and keep the chains moving.
Yeah, and here's the thing going to the board that confused me, and I'd actually like to ask him about it. So this guy had to, when Roquan Smith blitzed, Trevathan had to come over here to fill a spot, and that left
he voided his zone.
The open. So I'm curious as to why he didn't see that or know that was coming. And my guess is that he was locked on.
Well, you got here, and then you got to go back here, and that's your whole progression: 1, 2, 3, back to 1. Or you can see, and I'm sure they're telling Aaron this in the meeting to say, okay, this guy, Chicago lost sight of him.
Yeah.
And once this is not open, come back this side, he's going to be wide open. And it was 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and the result was this. The last photo I think we have of him is getting sacked.
Well, we don't want to show that.
Yeah, we don't have to show that. Okay. Anyway, he gets sacked, and I don't think that had to happen on this play. So this will be interesting as we go forward. This was an issue that he had last year where he didn't get rid of the ball to his hot reads. He was always looking for something more.
And you got to figure out a way sometimes you can cut down the split a little bit more Scanlon to get over. But Scanlon did a great job of finding an area and just sitting down. And, I think for the most part, keep the chains moving.
Okay.
Don't take a sack, although you got one of the best punters. Don't take a sack. Get the ball out to Jimmy Graham. Let him fight for yardage. And if he's short, that's fine. You didn't get a sack. But come back in your progression and hit the wide open guy, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you could throw it to Davante Adams in that next window, and the difference has been Aaron Rodgers last year, the 50-50 ball that he threw to Jimmy Graham for a touchdown. Jimmy Graham is not open, but he threw it, and Jimmy Graham went up and got a touchdown. So if he throw more 50-50 balls, it's a possibility of interception, but also a possibility of a big play if you hit him in the second window.
He doesn't throw many 50-50 balls because he doesn't want to get picked off.
He
threw that to Jimmy Graham because the Bears had 12 guys on the field. And
I don't know if he did that or not.
Yeah,
I think he threw it because
I've watched him long enough. Okay. I know.
Well, I'll give him the benefit of that.
Anyway, you get the idea of well, that'll be something to continue to look at with the Vikings, how he reacts to blitzes.
Hopefully it'll get better, because I know you guys bring up the preseason thing, but hey, listen.
Okay.
If you're a great player, you're great, not because of preseason.
All right. Next, we're going to look at a play on defense. So let's take a look at, this is the play that essentially saved the game for the Packers.
Yeah.
And it's fourth quarter, just above the two-minute warning, 3rd and 10, deep in Packers territory. And so here we have another blitz we're talking about, but it's all about deception in this. And we have Tramon Williams in red, Adrian Amos in red, and Mitchell Trubisky in red. And for all the criticism Tramon Williams got for bad penalty, got beat, this play was a good part of it was on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just kind of get it started.
Move.
This is a blitz, and Darnell Savage is coming. Got a little loop. Everybody's coming except Fackrell's going to drop. And Penn likes to do this. He likes to bring him out and then make him run all the way back over there. I don't know how successful that's going to be.
It's going to be successful. One day he's going to pick it off and run a pick six, because when your pre-snap lineup, he's on the right side, and your progression, you're looking on in this window. He's not in this window. So as he's looking and throwing, he won't even see him. And if these guys are running slants, he'll pick that third slant off and he's going to run it.
I just got to think the Vikings are like, okay, we got to figure out a way we can burn him on this, by putting someone here where he's going to run it. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's why you got another guy getting in his zone.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
So the back came out here, Raven Green got him, and I'm going to let you handle all of this on this side.
And basically what we used to call it was a China route. Now, you're right about the deception part of it, because you want to figure out a way on this particular point. And basically, Trubisky never takes his eyes off of this side of the field. He eliminated this whole side. My pen is not real good. He eliminated this side of the field. Now, if you're a middle safety, you're thinking, okay, this guy should look me off, but he never looked him off, which is fine. So now Allen Robinson, their number one receiver, comes up, he runs what we call a deep corner route. Now, how to make that successful, I got to make sure nobody is in this zone, okay? So really, Cohen, who had caught a lot of passes, he comes up and just kind of runs like an option route there. Now, that creates the space. They were told all week, I guarantee you, that Tramon or whoever this defensive back was, he will stay on 29.
He's going to look to jump this route,
probably. He's going to look to jump that and think he's going to get an interception, and you're going to get that throw. Now, what Amos did, first of all, he had great depth. You got to have good depth when you're in the middle field. You can go sideline to sideline. You pretty much. Now, this receiver had like a short split, so that brings him over even more. Now, if you widen this guy way out, now he has to come back and run in the true middle. It's more of a longer run.
True.
But by these guys being kind of close, it brings him over. And in his film study, he says they throw to the three receiver side, obviously to Allen Robinson. So if you go to the first picture, you'll see how they're lined up. See, they got a true trips to the defensive right. And you see Tramon and Kevin King and these guys, they're thinking, okay, we got some pressure going here now. Kevin King is basically in a position, if they run triple slants, he can just go ahead and be aggressive because you got a safety deep that can help you. The same thing with Tramon. But again, the quarterback's eyes and the perception and his progression,
let's go to the next one.
You can take advantage of that, Tom, sometimes.
Okay, so this is how it's breaking down. You got Savage blitzing there in the gap, big gap. Now, the way
you see Savage coming, you see Smith upfield.
The way Trubisky reads this is really key. So as you look at it here, what do you think he's seeing? It looks like Tramon Williams is biting on that
from this shot, he's thinking that's an easy throw. Tramon is biting. Yeah, Tramon, there's no way, and plus, remember, they need a touchdown to tie. So he's a little, in his mind, he's a little bit more aggressive.
And that's 3rd and 10.
But ultimately, he should be thinking, okay, it's not there. Let me get the first down to line up and see another play. But Tramon, being the oldest defensive back in the league and probably the wisest and the smartest, the old banana in the tailpipe. And it worked.
Go look at the next one, you'll see why.
There it is.
There is. He's bailing out of that.
He's bailing out of that. So you can have that, play it deep to short. I'm going to help my brother Amos to make sure that if he throws this ball, I'm going to make him put some air under it. if Tramon is not there, he could throw it on a laser and it's a touchdown.
Right.
But Tramon really helped on this play.
I'm thinking, I could be right, could be wrong, but it may have affected the way he threw it once Tramon started to bail.
Absolutely.
Because you're right. If Tramon's not there, then he just throws it where only Allen Robinson can catch it.
Right.
Here, he's got to throw it over Tramon's head.
Yes.
In order for it to be
Right.
successful. So what we have back to the board is him deciding, because Tramon's kind of bailing here, maybe he had to throw it
He can get it in
over
there.
deep instead of
Yeah,
aiming
and
right
Amos,
here. His aiming point is here instead of here.
Now, normally if Amos was in Chicago, he's up here.
Yeah.
He's
Eddie
not.
Jackson.
This is Eddie Jackson. So, and people kept saying, "Why did you sign him? He's not a center fielder." But guess what? Yeah, he is. He can do whatever you want.
Well, he's not going to make
Yeah.
a mistake. He's not going to make a dumb mistake.
That's the difference from
He's
last
not going to
year.
bite on one of these routes
Right.
or something.
Nah, he's not going to do that. The guy been around long enough to know that. He led the team in tackles when he was a rookie, so he knows, made an all-rookie team in Chicago. Amos comes over, did one of the most important things, catch the ball.
Yep.
That's why we're defensive backs, Tom. We always drop passes, but this is the one that counts. It wins the game for you.
Here it is,
And
right
Tramon is by far really helped this because he had great coverage.
He did.
And the one thing about it is all center fielders, if the quarterback is not going to look you up, going to take advantage of it. Go back to the board for 1 minute, because this is what's going to happen against Minnesota. Minnesota's going to say, okay, great. They're going to give you the same thing. Allen Thielen is here, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to fake out to the post, fake to the corner, and come back to the post.
Right.
So
He'll
if
do
you
it over here, right? Like
right.
here.
He's going to lean out and come back. So you got to be careful of leaving when a quarterback's looking this side. Because you got to think, Tramon's going to do the same thing. He's got that covered. You got to hang in the middle and then make that. So don't go for the lean out and come back for a post.
Or they could run this again and throw it here.
Yeah,
If
they could
Tramon
do that.
bails out,
They could
throw
do
it
that.
here. That's a
They could
first
do
down.
that.
He
Yep.
could have gotten a first down throw
Yep.
that route.
As long as you can line up again, it's not a touchdown. I'm okay with that. They get paid too. But what you don't want at the corner, what we call the 7 or the 8. Those are the ones that'll kill you.
Boy, and it sure does lead to how important it is for the quarterback to use his eyes to
Yes.
keep guys.
You have to go
keep
through your
safeties
progression.
off too.
Yes.
But look safeties off.
Yeah, all you got to do is come back, look here, that holds him, you know, because there may be a guy come and holds him just for a second,
Yeah.
then come back because you know where you want to go with the ball.
Yeah.
But I think Mr. Trubisky and Aaron Rodgers have to understand that looking down or staring a part of the field brings a lot of traffic. So you can use your eyes to move people where you want them to go.
I'm just saying, if you would have played in the preseason, both these guys didn't
Oh,
play in
man,
the preseason.
stop that preseason
you know,
stuff.
So they would have had more.
He would have played the whole preseason, still threw that pick.
Okay.
Stop this
I'm
preseason
just
stuff.
saying.
Man.
Just
But I do want to
saying.
thank Potawatomi Hotel and Casino for sponsoring me because Tom is not being cooperative. You have to agree with me. But thank them very much. We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yes, and we will see you next week.